All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a graphics card that has been making some serious waves in the PC building community, the ASUS Prime Radeon RX 9070 XT. If you're even thinking about a high-performance build, you're going to want to stick around for this.
You know, it's the question every single one of us asks when we're planning a new build. What really makes a gaming PC elite? Is it just about having the fastest clock speed, the most memory, or is it something a little deeper? The real answer is, it's about a smart combination of power, cooling, and durability. So let's see if this card actually delivers.
And here it is. This is ASUS's answer to that question. The Prime Radeon RX 9070 XT OC edition. Now, that little OC on the end already tells you it's got some extra power packed inside, but trust me, the real magic here is in the engineering.
Now, before we even touch the specs, check this out. Amazon's choice. You see that badge and you know it means something. That's basically a giant thumbs up from the community, telling us that people who've bought this card think it's a fantastic mix of performance and value. So, let's find out why.
Okay, let's start with what is honestly the most critical part of any beefy GPU, the cooling. I mean, you can have all the power in the world, but if you can't stop it from overheating, that power is totally useless.
So ASUS didn't just slap a fan on this thing and call it a day. They've built this whole multi-layered cooling system. It's like a whole symphony of custom fans, smart noise control, advanced thermal materials, the whole shebang, all designed to work together. Let's break down what each of these pieces does.
First up, the fans. These are not your average everyday fans. They're what ASUS calls Axial-tech. And what that means is they shrunk the center hub, which lets them make the blades way longer. And that little barrier ring around the edge, think of it like a funnel for air, focusing it and pushing it straight down onto the heatsink with some serious pressure. This right here is one of my favorite features. It's where raw power meets, daily comfort. When you're not pushing your GPU, maybe you're just browsing the web or watching a video, the fans just stop completely. That's the beauty of 0 dB tech. Absolute silence when you don't need all that cooling power. So what's the bottom line for you? It means your rig is whisper quiet for all your day-to-day stuff and even for some late gaming. You get that on-demand performance without the constant hum of fans in the background. It's the best of both worlds. Okay, now this is where things get really, really cool. No pun intended. Instead of using traditional thermal paste, which can dry out or get applied unevenly, this card uses a phase change thermal pad. It's this premium material that, when it heats up, melts just enough to fill in every single microscopic nook and cranny between the GPU and the cooler. You get this perfect, flawless contact for heat transfer. The result? Just superior cooling that's going to last. All right, so it stays cool, but is it going to last? I mean, a card like this is a big investment, right? You want to know it's built like a tank. Well, ASUS has definitely put a lot of thought into making sure this thing is durable. Remember those awesome Axial-tech fans we were just talking about? Well, the quality goes deeper than just the blades. Inside, they're using dual ball fan bearings. This is a huge upgrade from the standard sleeve bearings you find in a lot of other cards, which are notorious for drying out and failing over time. And the payoff for you? It's simple. Double the lifespan. We're talking years of reliable performance from one of the most crucial moving parts on your entire graphics card. That's a huge deal for peace of mind. Okay, let's be real. Modern GPUs are heavy. They're absolute bricks. And all that weight can cause that dreaded GPU sag, which doesn't just look ugly, it can actually put stress on your motherboard. So ASUS built in this 3-part defense system: a super rigid metal backplate to stop the board from bending, a guard that secures all 4 corners, and a stainless steel bracket that won't rust and keeps everything locked in tight. And this is a feature every PC builder loves to see: a physical switch. It lets you choose how you want your card to run. You can flip it to performance mode, where the fans are always ready to keep things icy cold for a marathon gaming session. Or if you're working or just want a quieter experience, you flip it over to quiet mode. It's that easy. You are in control. Now let's pull back the curtain a little on how these things are actually made. ASUS uses something called Auto Extreme technology. In simple terms, it means the entire soldering process is done by robots, all in one clean shot. This avoids the repeated heating and cooling that components go through in a traditional manufacturing process. So why does that matter to you? Because all that reduced thermal stress means the components are going to last longer. It also results in a cleaner board with more efficient power delivery. It's just a sign of incredible quality control right from the factory floor. Okay, we've talked about how it's built like a tank and how it keeps its cool. So now for the fun part. Let's get to the numbers. What kind of raw power are we actually working with here?
All right, the main event. The heart of this beast is the AMD RX 9070, and they've paired it with a whopping 16 gigabytes of super fast GDDR6 memory. With that much VRAM, you can crank up game textures to ultra and not even break a sweat. And then you see that clock speed, 4,000 megahertz. That's your horsepower right there, driving those frame rates sky high. And with support for 8K resolution, this card isn't just for today, it's ready for what's coming next. We are talking buttery smooth gameplay. And if you need any more proof that this card is the real deal, just look at this number. Number 15 on the best sellers rank for computer graphics cards. In a market this competitive, that is a massive achievement. It means gamers and builders are voting with their wallets and they're choosing this card. So let's wrap all this up. We've looked at the cooling, the durability, the raw performance. What is the final verdict on the ASUS Prime RX 9070 XT? Look, the ASUS Prime RX 9070 XT is it's the whole package, right? You get incredibly smart cooling that works when you need it and stays quiet when you don't. It's built to last, from the bearings to the backplate. You've got cool, user-friendly features like that BIOS switch that puts you in the driver's seat. And of course, it's all built on a foundation of pure, top-tier performance that's going to chew through modern games. And that really brings us back to the start, doesn't it? A piece of tech this powerful isn't just about getting more frames per second. It's a key. It unlocks new worlds for you to explore, or maybe even to build yourself. So the only question left is, what are you going to do with it?